Hi, and welcome to Iron Radio. I'm Ken.
I'm John.
And welcome to. Is this episode 20?
This is episode 20.
Episode 20. So you have seen 19 battle reports. I think I've only won 2.
2.
So let's see what happens today. So for episode 20, I've got a Garm Bel Iblis fleet, and I am bringing the Starhawk. This will be my first time flying it ever. I've seen you fly it a couple times. I've seen it at some tournaments. I have yet to actually try this thing out, John.
Cool.
So
I'm trying something that I haven't tried since like 3-ish years ago. 4 years ago. I have an Imperial MSU Fleet with 4 Raiders, a Gladiator, and an Architect. Not quite sure how it's going to act. I just kind of really wanted to try it because I honestly don't think I brought out a Raider since they came out.
You know, it
was back in our Greenfire days.
Yeah, I think it's back at the last store when we were first getting into the game. Well, more or less. Was probably the last time I saw you with Raiders. Yeah, and you've got 4 today.
Yeah, so we're going to get over to the fleets and then objectives and deployment, and we'll see how this game goes. Your first time playing the Starhawk, me technically kind of playing the first time playing Raiders. So
we got some firsts. This game could go any way, and we are using my dice.
Yeah. But I really have no red dice, so...
No, that's true. So
your black dice hate you, though.
That's true.
And I'm mainly going to be black dice.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how this goes.
I don't know. We'll find out. Leave in the comments below. See what you think.
Okay, so my Imperial MSU Fleet comes in at 382 points because it really needs to go first. My flagship is an Architect's light cruiser with Admiral Screed and linked Turbolaser towers. My second ship is a Gladiator 1. It has Demolisher, of course, Ordnance Experts, and External Racks. It's kind of just the cheap version of it. I expected to die, so I didn't want to invest too much into it. Pretty much everything in my fleet is disposable. Speaking of disposable, I have disposable capacitors on my Raider 2s. I have 2 of them. Both of them are equipped the same with heavy ion emplacements and disposable capacitors. My last 2 ships are going to be the In-Close Raiders. They are Raider 1s, and they both have external racks and Ordnance Experts. So I have a total of 6 ships, and most of them are in-close brawlers with terrible defense tokens. So we will see if Ken can pop them super fast.
Coming in at 397 points is my Garm Bel Iblis fleet. Wanted to try something a little different, so let's see how this goes. So on a Starhawk Mark I, I have Garm Bel Iblis, Kyrsta Agate as an officer, leading shots, Turbolaser Reroute circuits, strategic advisor, and Amity. The only other combat ship I have is a modified Pelta Command class ship with Toryn Farr, fighter coordination teams, and Intensify Firepower. Moving along, support ship-wise, I have a GR-75 medium transport with repair crews, and another one with CommsNet. Then I've got a small fighter complement. I have Toryn Farr in his B-Wing, 3 regular B-Wings, and 2 X-Wing squadrons.
Due to having a much larger bid than Ken, I have elected to go first so I can try to first last him. We'll see how that goes. So I have to choose from his objectives. He brought Precision Strike, Contested Outpost, and Hyperspace Migration. I really was tempted to go with Precision Strike, but those B-Wings scare me. So I decided to go against it. I don't really like Hyperspace Migration, so I think we're going to go with Contested Outpost. Okay, so here's my deployment. I have my 2 Raider 1s and my 2 Raider 2s here, with my Arca-10 here, with Gladi off to the side. They're all going speed 2. And, yeah, I was greatly out deployed, so I decided just to set it up in a firing line. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay, so here's what I've got with my deployment. I have the repair cruise transport here and the CommsNet transport over here. The Pelta is sitting over here with all my squadrons within range. The idea is to kind of push the squadrons with it, and then the Starhawk's just going to be my tanky unit trying to get my victory points. We'll see how well this does. Also, after deployment, because of the Amity title, I did get the Evade Defense token. So, at the start of the first round, Garm gives everyone command tokens. So the repair cruise gets a nav, the CommsNet gets a concentrate fire, the Pelta gets a squadron and a concentrate fire, and then the Starhawk gets one of everything. And then also, at the start of that happens the ship phase actually. So we've already set our command dials for turn 1, so then at the start of the ship phase, I'm going to spend a concentrate fire token to activate Intensify Firepower for the round.
Okay, and then I get to go first.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so my first activation, got a lot of ships to choose from and not a lot going on, so we're going to choose number 2. We got a Navigate. We're going to take it as a token, and we're going to be moving speed 2. We're going to do just a little bit of turning. Right to there. Your turn, Ken.
I'm going to activate the CommsNet transport first. Navigate, we're going to keep it as a dial. And then I'm going to take the concentrate fire token, pass it over to the Pelta, and then we're just going to move speed 1 forward. So kind of wasting the nav token, but let's be honest, with Garm, there's not a lot to do in round 1, I think.
My other Raider 2 is doing pretty much the same thing. We got a Navigate, we're going to take it as a token, and then we're going to be doing a little bit of a turn. Just like that.
Let's activate the other transport, nav, dial. It's going to just drop down to speed 1 from speed 2 and move forward. Oops. Back to you, Joe.
Okay, so my ships are all really close together. So we're going to go with number 11, who's doing a Navigate, taking it as a token, and we're going to just keep on moving this slow train forward. I really need to see where this is, due to the fact I have no clue where my Arca-10 is going to land. So now that I've seen that, I can try to plan where my Arca-10 is going to go.
I am going to use Strategic Advisor. So back to you, John.
Okay, so I think we're going to go with the Arca-10. We're going to use a Navigate. We're going to use it as the dial because I need the clicks. And we're going to do this nifty maneuver here to avoid landing on the asteroid and avoid ramming.
That's close flying.
That's some close flying.
Going to activate the Pelta. Navigate. I'm going to use it as the dial. No shots, so what I'm going to do is decrease to speed 1, move forward, and then using fighter coordination teams, and all of my squadrons are in range, I'm going to move these B-wings up a little bit. So all the B-wings get to move 1 closer to your fleets.
time to move my last raider. It is big surprise doing a navigate. And we're just going to use the raider's special ability. We're taking it as a token. Special ability to jig-jog really, really well to there.
Activating the Starhawk. First time I get to move it ever. Navigate. We're just going to stay at speed 1. We're wasting the navigate because, well, Garm. And moving up. And John, move the Gladiator.
Gladiator is going to go with a navigate. We're keeping it as a token, and we're going to move ahead speed 2 to here. I think that puts us just out of range.
Yep.
It does.
So squadron time. Just going to start moving my squadrons forward. I don't want to move them too far because they have to stay within medium range of... I guess they don't have to, but ideally that's what we want. Let's move these guys over closer. And max of 2. There we go. As I knock everything, that look okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
Okay, turn 2. Ken has some housekeeping to do.
Yes, so start of the ship phase, we're going to spend the concentrate fire token off the Pelta and activate Intensify Firepower once again.
Okay, and then I'm going to go with this raider here. It's revealing a nav. I already have a token, so we'll use it as a dial. Not doing that much with it. It's just the problem with the raiders is they explode if you look at them. So I have a feeling I'm going to start to explode. Okay, that's my turn.
Activating the ComsNet transport, almost had Gazanti. We have a concentrate fire dial. I'm going to take the token and ComsNet it over to the Pelta. I'm still moving at speed 1, so we are going to just do the double click on the maneuver. Putting me very nicely behind everybody.
Okay, so we're going to go with number 11. We got a nav. We're going to use it because I already have a token, but we don't really need it. So we're going to be doing this maneuver right here.
Activating the repair crew's transport nav. I'm going to use it. Really can't do anything else, so let's go to speed 2 with it. And then we'll use the extra click on the first one to do the 2-2 maneuver. Come on, get in here. 2-2. And it's up over here.
Okay, not knowing really what I want to do right now. I'm going to go with the Arcaten, which has got a nav. We're going to use it as the dial. And I'm trying to decide if I want to drop down to speed 1 or continue down speed 2. He's kind of just in the way. I wish I deployed him differently. So we'll go to speed 2, add an extra click, and do here. Might be a mistake.
I'm going to strategic advisor.
Okay, well then my next ship is going to be this 12, and it's got a nav, and we're going to just stay at our speed 2 doing this type of shenanigans, and it makes it look like I know how to fly, but that's right before all my ships blow up. So, there we go. Back to you.
Activating the Pelta. Navigate. I'm going to use it as a dial. So I'm going to start by activating one fighter squadron. I'm going to start with this X-Wing, which will get me easily in front of your Raider here. And I want to get him as close as possible so that we're not in double arced by that guy. So we're going to make a shot that's a single red die, and that's an X-Wing, so that's a hit.
I can't do anything but take it.
Okay. And because of where the Pelta is, I can take a forward shot. It'll be 2 red dice into the side of your Architects.
Okay.
So 2 reds. And I've got a blank and a hit, but with Intensify Firepower, I believe I can change that to another hit. So that's 2 hits. I'm not going to use the...
Range. Okay, so we're going to evade one
Mm-hmm.
and just take the other.
Right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay at speed 1. I'm just going to do a little turn here. This puts me right here. And then because squadrons are not engaged, I can move 3 of them. So we're going to move, and all of them are clearly within medium range. So let's start getting these B-wings a little bit closer. As they come off the stand. I believe that's done.
Last of my raiders, we got a navigate. We're going to activate and move this guy then right to here.
Let's activate the big boy. So squadron, Starhawk. Nav, we're going to use it as a dial. We're going to spend out the squadron token. And we're going to activate that other X-Wing that's hanging out over here. And we can get you right up to the edge of the raider, but we're not going to do that. Put him right there again, keeping him out of the double arc here. And he's just going to do an attack on the raider. Again, 1 red. It is an accuracy, which does nothing, and I believe Intensify Firepower is only for ships, correct?
Ships, attacking ships.
So, can't do anything. Toryn Farr is useless with red dice, so that does nothing. I do have a long-range shot at the front of the same raider, so we're going to take that. It is 4 reds, and I really don't have much of anything I can do about that shy of TRCs. So let's see what we get. Well, I think what I'm going to do is spend the evade. Let's just change one of these into another double. So there you go, and I'm going to block your brace.
Okay, I cancel out a double,
Mm-hmm.
leaving me, what is that, 3
3.
damage? So 1 shield, 2 hull, no crits.
And what I'm going to do is move, so I have no other shots. And I'm going to do a little turn. And land on the station, narrowly avoiding the asteroid while I'm at it.
Last activation for the ships. We're going with the demo. We're revealing a navigate. We're going to use it as the dial. Now I got some shots to make, and we're going to go into your side from my front with 2 reds. Let's see what we can get. Double and an accuracy. So we're going to say that you cannot use your... Ooh, that's hard. Salvo.
Can't use the salvo?
Correct.
We'll just go ahead then and redirect both to the rear. Because it's 2, right?
Correct. That's a double.
Okay.
And then we're going to move. And we're going to jump up to speed 3 and do this. Which this should give me a double arc into your front at close range.
I would say so, yes.
Okay.
Just clipping it, too.
And we're going to now use the demo to shoot close range into your front.
Yep, and that's a good shot.
Yes, it is. So we're going to just roll it in. We got 4 blacks and ordnance experts. And extracts if I want, but I'll probably use it later. But who knows? We'll see. We're gonna ordnance
Definitely ordnance experts.
I think the whole thing. Yeah. Remember what I said about your black dice?
Yeah.
Your black dice are horrible because you're when you melted Marone. It's better. 4 damage with a crit into your front.
4 damage with a crit into the front. So I'm going to brace that to 2 and salvo.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and take the 2 on the front. And I salvo back with 2 reds and a black. With 3 hits and a crit.
So we're going to brace it to 2. And I think just take the 2 onto the side.
Okay, and then Kyrsta's going to go ahead and give me back the salvo just so that I can feel like I got some use out of those 5 points.
Sounds good. And that's it for ships. On to the rest of your squadrons.
So because I have nothing with Rogue, all I can really do is move a bunch of squadrons. So we're just going to move them a little bit closer up. I think this B-wing's just going to sit right where it's at. This one's going to move a little bit closer. And this guy is going to move up over here. Alright, I think that does it for squadrons.
Okay, on to turn 3. It's going to be an interesting turn.
Once again, turn 3, spending the Concentrate Fire token. Intensify Firepower is active, not that I need it.
Okay, we're going to activate first the demo into your front.
Okay.
So we got Concentrate Fire. I figure this is probably going to be my only attack, so I might as well use it. I'm probably not going to get out of dodge with this. So hey, let's just make some attacks. We're going to go first with the front attack into your front, and then the side attack into your front. We're going to just try to do as much damage into the Starhawk as possible and see if any of my raiders are alive to try to finish you off. I'm not hopeful on either of those counts. We shall see. If I get an accuracy, this is going to be something. I do not.
No,
So we're going to
4.
Concentrate Fire in a black dice. There's 5 into your front.
5 into the front. I am going to brace it to 3 and redirect those to the side. Yeah. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay, and now we're going to do the side shot into your front, and we're going to just go ahead and use external racks now, so I'm going to roll in 6 black dice. If I got the accuracy that I would have extracted into the last one. That seems pretty good.
Wow.
And then, so that's 6 so far, and we're going to Ordnance Experts these 3. And to take 10 damage.
10 damage. So what I'm definitely going to do is I'm going to burn out the brace to bring it down to 5. I'm going to... Man, I really don't want to do this. Could take it with 1 hit. We've got a crit. I'm actually going to use the contain and the salvo.
Okay.
So that will put me... I'll wind up losing everything on the front shield and taking a hit. So let's do that salvo attack. See if I get one of these back. 2 at you, and then I can intensify firepower, I believe, on this, correct?
Yep.
So let's... Single hit. So we have 2 crits and a hit, and then I'm going to use Kyrsta Agate to give me... to ready the redirect.
So you actually don't do that until after I declare my defense tokens.
No, that's
because
true.
Theoretically, if I had something like
You could...
a defense team person, officer, defense...
You could prevent me from
I could prevent you from doing any critical effects. But I don't have that, so instead we're going to just redirect all 3 damage to the front. And then you can decide what you're doing then.
I'm still going to get back my redirect there. I think that's an important thing for me to have for the moment.
Okay. And then I'm going to move, and the move is going to be kind of brutal. But we're going to land on all the bombers. By doing that.
So let's move that one, this one, and I believe that other one's going to go with, isn't it?
Yep. So all those guys.
I think we're just going to move all of them right here. And you've got no shields on the front. Okay. Activating the CommsNet Gazanti, concentrate fire, do the normal rigmarole with the CommsNet over to the Pelta, and continue moving at speed 1, staying safely behind everything. Alright, John, back to you.
Now I have to figure out what I want to do. Okay, this one's about to blow up, so I'm going to activate it anyway. So we have a navigate. We're going to use it as the dial, and then we're going to shoot 2 blue dice at medium range into the front of your Starhawk. Here we go. So you can have 2 hits.
I will go ahead and redirect both to this side.
And then we're going to speed up to, with the dial and the token, we need to do something nifty. Like this, which is going to ram you.
Yeah, I think it'll probably ram me even at the 3 level. No?
Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool. So we've rammed 1 damage to each of us.
How much do you have left?
1.
Oh, and 1 more will kill you, correct?
Correct.
Alright, so you're putting me in the fun decision. I'm going to go ahead and do it, though. So let's do the Amity. So each gets an extra face down damage. I take 3, but that takes your raider out, and I don't have to waste shots.
Yep, that's fine with me. It just did more damage than it was supposed to.
It's alright. That's not alright, but...
Yeah, now it's to you.
I'm going to actually activate the Starhawk. Concentrate fire. We're going to keep it as a dial. I could... Ooh, actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm going to spend the engineering token just to add 2 more shields to the front. Well, 1 shield to the front. Spend 2 engineering points. And then I'm going to start making a couple attacks. So from my side, I can hit the rear of the Demolisher. We are at close range, so let's see what I can do. I have 2 reds, 2 blues, and a black. John, what do I need to kill this thing?
Well, you have no hull damage, and I still have tokens. So
yeah, a lot.
A lot.
So we are...
That's not going to do it.
No, that is definitely not going to do it. But what I could do, because let's see, on the demo, I just want to block the brace, probably the redirect. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and do the TRC here. So let's spend that to make this into a double. And we'll block your brace and your redirect.
Okay.
So that's 4 with a crit.
So I take first the shield, then I take the crit, which is blinded covers. I can't spend accuracies, oh well, and then I take 2 more. And the camera's in the way. We'll do it later.
I'll just grab it real quick. Alright, so B-Wing should be able to take care of that. Let's now take a front shot to this Raider.
Medium range.
Medium range. And we are firing 4 reds and 2 blues, and I still have a couple tricks up my sleeve. So let's see what we can do here. Huh. We are going to concentrate fire in a blue. Do I want to re-roll one of these? You know what? No. So let's just spend the concentrate fire dial. We'll keep everything else as it is. For another accuracy. And I think what I'm actually going to do is leave that at where it's at, block both of your...
Evades?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Well, that leaves you with
a brace.
Brace, though. 2, 4, 6. You know, well, let's use Intensify Firepower instead. Make that into a hit, and just block out your brace.
Okay.
Or your brace. So you still have your evades.
So my evades don't do much, so we're going to make you reroll the double.
Okay. So it's still 1. So that's 6 total hits.
Killing it.
Yep.
Because raiders are useless. I don't think I'll ever play raiders again.
So that's it for shooting. Now I have to move. Still at speed 1. And we're going to do this.
You run that one over because you pushed him.
Yep, so...
He goes all the way back here.
It's okay. Now, John, let's get a token or something to put underneath this.
Cool.
Alright.
Before more raiders keep popping, we're going to activate this guy. He is number 12. He's doing a navigate. We're going to fire 3 blues out the front into your Starhawk's front and see what we get. For that, it's just going to be 3 hits. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend out a die to make it into a crit.
So I am going to burn the redirect.
Okay.
And then just move.
Is that all you're doing?
Yes.
Okay, then I activate Heavy Ion and taking
yes.
a shield off of every single one of your sides, including the front, with 1 damage, then allowing you to redirect.
Yeah, so 1, 1, 1. I redirect the one over here.
Now you have no shields?
I have no shields anywhere, and then I have to take a crit, correct?
No, because the crit effect.
Ah, that's right.
was-
You used the crit effect. Just a regular one.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I get to move. I think we're going to be running over squadrons. For sure running over squadrons, and we're going to land right here. Do you mind moving your squadrons?
Let's get rid of these squadrons.
In just like that.
We're going to plop them. Going to activate the Pelta. Pelta has a squadron dial, and we are going to use that. So let's start by activating. We've got 3 squadrons we can activate, and activate all 3 of my B-wings. So we're going to start with the one in the back here, and we're going to fly him at the Architans. And it's going to be a shot into the side of the Architans. This is a blue and a black. Let's roll these up on the table. B-wings have bomber. So that's 1 hit, and the Architans you can't... it's not going to matter. So you got 1 hit.
Okay, so I'm going to move 1 of it to the front.
The second B-wing, we are going to move over here. Same thing, black and blue. And that's only, that's nothing on the black.
Okay, that's great for me. I'm going to redirect 1 to the back.
I did not use Toryn Farr in that last one, did I?
Nope. No, that's
that was
fine.
dumb. Alright, this time we're going to activate this guy. And he did not take damage, but I'm giving him some for you, John. He's going to just move a little bit and try and make the attack. So, Kyan Farlander, though, rolls 2 blacks for bombing. And that's a hit and a crit. His special ability is only when attacking a hulls them with no shields.
Yep. So we're going to spend that out and take one to the front and one to the side, weathering that storm.
All right. So luck seems to be with you today on, well, we're using my black dice.
Yeah, your black dice are horrible.
So now we're going to make a close range shot, and it'll be my front to your side. You have no shields, so let's see what we can do. This is 2 reds and 2 blues, correct?
Correct.
Clearly with Intensify Firepower, we're going to be doing that. And the Gladiator...
You block out the brace.
Yeah, if I block out the brace, you can't really do anything
and then
else,
I
so that's
explode.
dead.
Okay.
And I have no additional shots, so I'm going to stay at speed 1 and do this maneuver here. And in there. And back to you.
We're going to activate the Architen. And the Architen's revealing a navigate. We're going to use it as the dial. Then I have to figure out what I want to do. I can shoot at you with a couple blue, or I can throw a red. I think we're going to probably throw a red. Yeah, we're going to throw a red out the back. So first what we're going to do is we're going to attack that B-Wing.
Sure.
And my flak is black.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to roll it in for a hit. Whoa, what are we going to do? We're going to blink.
You're going to do LTTs.
We're going to LTT it
Unbelievable.
2 black dice into this. For that guy takes 2 damage.
Okay.
That was your black dice are bad.
No, my black dice are bad. They are.
And then we're going to throw a red dice out the back into the side of your Starhawk for a crit.
So I'm going to exhaust, or burn out the contain.
Yeah, because we are medium.
Yep.
So that's for a hit.
Or a regular hit. So 5. 9 more to go.
Then we're going to accelerate to speed 3 and fly away. Come on, stay straight. To there.
Your range ruler has clearly gotten years of use, John.
Yes, it has.
And activate the repair crew, nav, use it as a dial. We're going to stay at speed 2. I'm going to do the extra crank here, which is going to clearly overlap that squadron and that one. Move over like that. John, go ahead and place him.
Like that. Okay, we're going to activate the last Raider. Not the last Raider alive, but almost. And he's got a nav. We're going to use it as the dial. I don't have very many attacks, so what we're going to do first is we're going to flak out my side into this B-Wing, because I got you. There we go. Just barely, but close range.
We're good.
I might kill one of your fighters this game. And it's not going to be like that. That's 1 more damage. And then we'll also be using disposable to make this long-range attack into your side. You have no shield, so my
No shield.
special ability doesn't really do anything, so we're just hoping for some damage here.
That's pretty much what you're going to get, yeah.
So here we go. For 3 hits.
3. So, got to take him.
And then we can
Do I want to... No, because it's just going to be 2, so... Alright.
do this maneuver. Your X-Wings are in the way.
Well, we can move the X-Wings temporarily because we
Let
know
me
they're
move
right up.
this one. And I'm going to ram you. And then
Okay.
fall back to right here.
Mm-hmm.
So spending the token, and I will overlap that X-Wing.
So then this X-Wing is going to wind up going... Well, let's put him right here for the moment.
Okay.
So that's one more hit to me.
And you can decide if you want to double hit me.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I like the offer, but I'll pass.
So I think you have 3 more squadrons, so
Yes.
let's get onto it, and then we'll be on to turn 4.
Squadrons. I've got 3 squadrons left to move. This B-Wing is going to come out from here and tuck himself right over here by the Starhawk. And both of these X-Wings are going to attack this Raider. So I'm just going to activate them right now. And both are firing into your front. They both roll red. So the first red is a... Oop, it was a critical.
Okay, so I take it. There's literally nothing they can do.
And then the other one fires with an accuracy, and I don't think there's anything to do about that. So it's just the one. And I believe that ends turn 3, and I get another victory token.
Correct.
So turn 4 at the start. Once again, Pelta's going to burn the Concentrate Fire token to activate Intensify Firepower. Let's see if the Starhawk survives, John.
Okay, I hope it doesn't, but here, we're going to go with that guy, number 12. We're going to be revealing, surprise, Concentrate Fire, because I need it to die. I'll still lose, but I need it to die. So we're going to take that front shot first, which is 3 blues and a black dice.
Yep.
And basically you have a salvo and a evade. Evade doesn't do anything. Salvo could kill me because I'm a raider and you sneeze at it. And you got that, and we're going to concentrate in a black dice into this attack. And there's 5 damage and you're dead.
Dead Starhawk, so I'm going to go ahead and burn the salvo now anyways.
Yep.
So for those that are interested, the crit is damaged munitions. While attacking a ship, before you roll your attack pool, remove 1 die of your choice. I believe that will count for the salvo, won't it?
I would actually...
Or does the salvo occur beforehand? Yeah. Oh, here's a good question.
Well, good thing I have this here.
Yeah.
Find out. A ship can spend a defense token to perform a damage step. After the resolve damage step of this attack, if this attacker was a ship, the defender performs a salvo attack against the attacker. So after the resolve damage.
So I do have to remove a die.
Woo!
Wow.
Woo!
So we've learned something today, folks. So I'm going to drop a red one and keep the black one because I think that's the intelligent thing to do. And I'm dropping dice. I have 3 hits on it. I can't spend a concentrate fire on this, can I?
Well, what would you... No.
No, because it's not my turn.
It's not your turn, and that's
Yeah.
So I brace it to 2, and I lose my front shields. And then you blow up.
With 1 red die. Could I use TRCs to change that to a crit? The black one?
Sure, it's not going to do anything, but yes. No, it's red dice. It says round on there, red dice.
That's right, it's red dice. So no, I can't do that. So ignore me, folks. So yeah, there we go.
So I
and
brace it to
this goes away.
And then I have to maneuver.
That you do.
And I think what we're going to do... Actually, hold on, I have more attacks.
That you do. You got one
so
more.
We're going to flak this B-Wing that's on 2 health with a blue and a black. Doing nothing. So then I get to move. And I have to figure out how far I want to move because you're going to be coming for me. I think if I do this right, they have a wonky we're going to do an inside turn like this.
Let's activate the Pelta. We're going to go ahead and try and get some revenge for the loss of the Starhawk. I have a squadron dial, we're going to use it. Let's start activating some squadrons. So it's everything within medium range, which is everything I've got. We're going to start with this B-Wing. We just got to move him up a little bit. He's firing right into the front of the Raider. So that's a black and a blue. And I'm going to re-roll this with Toryn Farr, so that's 1 hit.
I can't do anything, I take a damage.
We're then going to activate this guy, plop him. We're actually going to go after your side, because at the end of the day... No, let's force you to use some tokens. Because what the Raiders have, what, redirects and a brace, right?
No, they have evades and a
or
brace.
evades and a brace,
So I have
yeah,
a
yeah.
brace.
Oh, well, then... Yeah, let's go for the front then. So that's a crit. Man, these black dice suck.
Yes, your black dice do. Okay, so I have no choice but to take that crit, which is damage controls. So if I was overlapping stuff, then I take damage.
And then I'm going to... I'm not going to be able to get in the front with those. So actually, let's go ahead and then have this X-Wing fire into the front. So that's a red.
Okay. Okay, I'll take the blank. Now you can just blow me up from the side, though.
Yeah, so that did not go quite as planned. Let's go ahead and then fire. We're going to do my side shot. I mean, it really doesn't matter, does it? These are all going into... Actually, I should be able to shoot. I got your front. All right, we're going to do my front
To the side?
to the side first.
Okay.
So it's 2 reds, 2 blues, Toryn, Intensify Firepower. We're going to Intensify Firepower that there and block your brace, so that's 3 hits, 2 crits.
Okay, so let's see if the crit kills me.
Well, you got shields too.
Well, 2
Yeah,
shields.
2 shields, yeah.
And then a
Crit
crit.
is...
Shield failure. Your opponent may choose up to 2 of your shield zones and they lose. These are the only ones, so they go down to 1.
And that one has no shields.
Okay. Can you roll a hit?
That's all I need. Well, we know that I can roll a hit. Intensify Firepower, right?
Yep.
So let's see, we get 2 crits. I'll leave it at that. I think that's a dead Raider.
I mean, it doesn't take much.
No.
The critical effect would have been point defense failure, so.
And I'm moving at speed 1. Well, I guess we'll just do this. Wait, I ran myself.
Good.
Why did I do that? Did I? I will let you make that call, but I think...
Yeah, you would ram to lock, so we gotta move it back.
Yeah, we gotta move back 1. Right. Thought I measured that one out. I did not. Alright, so that's 1 damage to just the flotilla, but I don't care about that flotilla. It's not serving its purpose.
Okay. Architans. Nav. We're going speed 3, and we're going to continue to go speed 3. And we're going to fly off the edge of the map. Well, not literally, but we're going to crank it a little bit. And I moved it. Yeah, I wanted to get the fighters to show you where I was running away from. To there.
Alright, I've got just my transports left. So let's start with the CommsNet one. I have a navigate. We're going to use it as a dial. I'm going to increase up to speed 2. And I'm going to carefully check where I'm going to land before placing it this time. And he moves over here. Not hitting anything, which is much better than before. I've got the other transport. Got an engineering token, or a dial. We're going to use it as the dial. I'm going to spend it, because I have repair crews, we get to get rid of the damage card that I so brilliantly gave myself earlier. And from the beginning, here's where that token that Garm gave me, the navigate, we're going to increase to speed 3 and try and get over to the station. So I'm going to run over a couple. I'm going to just move this a little bit out of the way, if that's okay, John.
Yep.
So that puts me at about there. Do you want to move it, or?
I got it. there, and then X-Wing and this both will go over here.
I believe that's it for my ships.
Yep, and then you just have 3 fighters.
So let's just go ahead and do the fighters right now, because it's not really going to matter too much. I've got this X-Wing fighter, which is going to get right on the rear end of your Raider. And these B-Wings, which barely move over to here and over to here.
Okay.
All right.
And you have you've disrupted me from getting a token this round.
And I have.
I do not like Raiders. After 3-4 years and reevaluating them, I still don't like them.
Well, you know, you gave it a shot. You wanted to play them because you haven't for years.
Yeah.
I think it was right off camera within the first or second move of the game. You flat out said, I remember why I hate Raiders.
Yeah. So the Raiders defense suite is the absolute worst defense suite in the entire game. You gave something that will pop on exactly 1 hit a brace and redirects, and it has to get into medium or close range. Evades.
Yeah.
It has to get into medium or close range to do anything, and then its 2 defense tokens don't matter, and then everyone's like, I'll target the brace, and then it goes boom, because it takes 6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And at most it takes 6 damage, and even if you cancel out a dice, then it takes 7 damage to pop. So any large base ship, any medium base ship can kill it with 1 shot.
Be interesting to see if the Raiders defense suite swapped out a redirect for a brace.
Honestly, it should have the same... It should have like double brace. Is that what?
Kind of like an MC30.
Did I bring the wrong tokens? No. Okay.
No, I don't think you did.
Yeah,
That would
but
suck if you did.
a double brace and an evade would be better,
Mhm.
and you could pretend it has high armor. Or you could get rid of an evade
Mhm.
and get a redirect and have it like a gladiator defense suite, which would be much more suited to it and would survive more.
Mhm.
But with it, what it is right now, it is a ship that dies immediately to squadrons, that pops when it looks at a large ship. I
Yeah,
mean, 2
I
of my
did take
Raiders
them out pretty
did
quick.
nothing.
Yeah.
Not a single attack, right? Or 2 blue dice into nothing.
Yeah.
For way overcosted points, I think that was 120 points of 0 shots.
Yeah, think so.
Yeah.
That didn't help you out.
No, it did not.
So this thing though is a beast, to be fair.
True.
You took it out though.
I did, but you have a Starhawk 1
Mm-hmm.
with an evade defense suit, which
Yeah.
is good against single targets.
Yeah,
And it dies to the paper cut, which I have the paper cut.
It died a very quick, horrible death. Well, it wasn't quick. It was prolonged. I mean, you made me feel it. I think a Mark II, I would have hit you harder at longer range, and I probably would have been able to cap out 1 more of your Raiders without it doing significant damage. The Amity to take out the first Raider, that was, I think, worth it, because it didn't matter. Trying to do it more often would have been stupid. Kyrsta Agate didn't really help me out much in this particular game. I got to use, I think, the salvo again, or no, the redirect, which helped me a little bit. It needs a different... It needs the 2, and is it the Concord, I think, is the... What's the title that gives you the extra...
I think it gives you an extra redirect.
I think it's the extra redirect. It should have been a little bit more useful to me.
Unity.
That I think would have been a little bit better. Swap out a couple of my cards. I could have added that in there.
Yeah.
Garm did help me do a little bit better.
Helped your transport get into range to block me from taking a token away from you.
That was nice. Garm was useful and a victory with Garm.
Yeah, so at the end of the game there, I blew away both my ships. Because you have B-Wings, you're not going to be able to reach me. And your Pelta's not going to be able to reach me, and then your transport's going to maintain control of that for the next 2 turns.
Right.
So what's interesting is, what's our final score?
So final score is 335 for me and 191 for you. Difference of 144 points, so 8-3 victory for me. If you take away the victory tokens, though, it's
You had 100
235. So yeah, I have 100 points of victory tokens. So that's a significantly smaller difference. So 44 points. That puts us what in 7-4 territory?
That would be a 6-5.
Be 6-5. So that one token, or no, rather the fact that we had the victory tokens really had an impact on the game.
Yes. So the reason why I took a contested outpost is because you out-deploy me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I deploy all my ships down and then you put the Starhawk, I need to know where it's going to be so I can line up my ships.
Mm-hmm.
And the station allowed me to pull you into one side of the board where I could concentrate in on you.
Right.
So that was my plan there. So that worked. Your other ones would have given you more points. But it would be interesting to think about
Precision strike?
Precision strike, because you already had all the tokens, so you wouldn't really get that much benefit from that.
No.
And then I don't think your bombers actually ever did crits to my ship.
No. Because at the end of the day, well, I could spend a die with a hit
To flip?
to flip a random face down damage card. But see, here's the thing, for me to be able to do that, I could have done a little bit.
But you popped me instantly, so you're not going to be able to do it.
I don't know that I would have gained very much out of that.
So that might have been a possibility, but
You
you have like two completely separate fleets. So you have like 200 points sunken into that,
Right.
and you have 200 points of fighter and Pelta nonsense.
Right.
And you have to somehow kill both, but this fleet cannot kill both. It can only kill one because of the raiders being horrible. I would have been better just bringing Architons.
Yeah, that would have done a lot more damage.
Or an entire fleet of gladiators.
Ooh, that would have been...
Because Demo came in and he did what he needed to.
He did.
He did a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
But raiders are garbage ships.
Yeah, well, that's death by 1,000 cuts. They did take out the Starhawk. If this was a campaign game, let's say Corellian Conflict, that would have really hurt me. Although I took out 200 points of your ship, so
Yeah.
Hit or miss, kind of one or the other.
Yeah, no, the raiders don't do well against any kind of larges. And that's really what it is. So my answer after this is, I already knew it, but Imperial MSU is dead. Their ships are overcost, because if you really think about it, like one of my ships are coming in at 70 plus points and have to be blue range to do anything, and ideally black range.
Right.
But I only could activate one ship after you, which will always be the Demo, because he's the highest priority target to fly in. So that means all my other ships are too far forward, or not far enough forward, or I get to let you shoot them and you look at them and they blow up. So if you didn't have a Starhawk, maybe, but I still don't think I'm going to be able to punch through anything. It just 7 hits no matter what the roll. An Imperial Star Destroyer with gunnery teams kills 2 every single turn.
Yeah.
Almost guaranteed 2.
Gunnery teams on this would have been interesting. That would have, I think,
You would have obliterated me, and I would have just flown. I would have chosen second player and flown away. Because that's ideally what you would pretty much have to do with this fleet at this point. Is just fly away.
So my thoughts on the Starhawk, just because, again, this is the first time I've had this out. I clearly need to do something different with it, because it died. I never had really any good double arc shots on you. But that's partially the way you're flying it. I thought it was very tanky. Again, I'm very curious to see the Mark II with a slightly different setup,
so
as we discussed earlier.
My go-to Starhawk is the super tank. I use Agate on it, or Agate, and I get double brace, double redirect, and then I have my defense token switched out, so it's double salvo. And then I put Whalix on it, and I put shield team, or shield officer on it, or expert shield tech, so that I can cancel out dice, because I got tons of stuff. That's my go-to Starhawk, and it's just ultra tanky, and then you just do engineering the entire game, and hope that someone attacks it, because then you're just gonna waste their attacks.
That was another difficult thing, was plotting all 4.
Yeah, it's like a Super Star Destroyer.
It's exactly like a Super Star Destroyer, but for some reason I felt like the Super Star Destroyer slightly easier to plot. But maybe that's just the way I think.
Well, with the Super Star Destroyer, you have usually what's the one card? The title. Ravager, and you're just doing Concentrate Fire. It's super easy. Stack a Concentrate Fire. Pray they don't have slicers.
Or not Hondo. Chamsandula.
Yeah, that's another one of my favorites.
Done once or twice.
So.
Anyway. That's kind of our report. So we get to chalk one more victory up for me. I think that makes 3 now.
Yes, it does.
Still think our best game was the one where we were only 1 point apart. We'll you'll see that. I think it's episode 14 or something like that. But hey, we got another victory for episode 20. That's always fun. We've gone through 20 of these, John. So we clearly will have more Armada for you. We're definitely looking forward to Clone Wars in a couple months.
Yes, we are.
And we know we will be bringing stuff out for you for that. And I think our next set of things we're filming will be the next campaign.
Correct.
So you'll be seeing more campaign video, well, a new campaign series coming through, and we'll continue doing the one-off battles. Make sure you throw down some suggestions in the comments below, things you'd like to see us fly, whether it's commanders, ships, or, hey, even if you want to try...
Not raiders. I don't want to fly raiders.
Specifically raiders, and say, I want John to fly raiders. But, you know, hey, throw the comments out. We love flying suggested fleets.
So, I'm John.
And I'm Ken.
And you've been watching Ion Radio.